Do you ever have a feeling that weekend just flashes by, that you actually don't have time to do anything and you don't have time to rest and you are as tired in Sunday evening as you were in Friday evening? Well, here's a few things that I try to do to make a difference in the weekend. Well, of course, from the start we have a different kind of weekends, because I know that in some countries weekend is 1 day and in other countries it's 2 days and in other countries it's even 3 days. So it's quite a big difference. In here it's usually 2 days. So to get the work week to end and to get our minds off work, we usually do something on Friday after work. We go eat something outside in a restaurant, or we go to art exhibit. We have a few museums that have rotating exhibitions, so there is always something even slightly interesting going on. Or then in the summertime or in the spring we usually just go and sit in a cafe in the seashore, and that's like performance itself, to look at the people come and go and look at the birds and ships and sailboats. So it takes us away. And of course then it's just two of us and we sit on a cafe and talk. So that's a good time to talk what has happened during the week and then try to move on to our own stuff, our personal stuff. But that's a good way to start. My husband always says that he has this treat day once a week. So that treat day is usually Friday. So we eat something that is not what we usually eat in a restaurant, and maybe ice cream in the evening, or he eats ice cream in the evening and that sort of thing. So it's if you have a enjoyment of eating good food and eating treats, then it's good to have one day that you allow yourself to eat treats. Of course, in a proper amount. Well, then we usually Friday stay up a little bit later and maybe watch some movie if we don't go to movies. Well, that's one thing. Restaurant, arts exhibits or movies. And then we have really started, because it's a quite long time if you count from the end of your workday until midnight or 2 or 3. How long can you stay awake? I cannot stay awake beyond midnight. I'm a princess. I turn into a pumpkin. But my husband stays still up after I go to sleep. And then it's Saturday morning, like now. Well, of course, we don't. I feel that we have always some special project going on. And now it's selling this apartment and making the ads and everything that requires. So in this weekend we reserve quite much time for that. Unfortunately, the couple that came to see this in advance didn't make an offer. So it would have been so easy, but it didn't work out. So today I have a few rooms still that I have to photograph. So I take the photographs and tidy the rooms so that they can be photographed. So that takes, I don't know, a few hours this weekend. Maybe that's too optimistic, 4 hours. And then I make the announcement to internet service that really lets people see that this is on sale. But that takes time. But usually I try to do all the necessary things and all the important things in Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. So everything that we have to do is done. And then on Saturday evening we don't stay up late anymore. We do the normal things. Maybe we watch a movie or some series because it's weekend, and then we go to sleep. But then Sunday is our true day off. So, of course, my husband goes to gym. I usually try to make a video on Sunday morning because then it's just a convenient time, and the house is quite quiet in there. And then towards the Sunday evening, we basically do very little. We of course eat. Maybe my husband writes something. I maybe edit some videos, or just knit the cardigan, or do something very relaxing. And the pace is very relaxed. So we really make note of it, because normal days we are more or less in a hurry. There is a timetable, and we have to go to sleep, and we have to go to work, and it seems like time just vanishes in those moments. So that's why we try to take it on slow motion, the Sunday slow motion. And if the weather is tolerable, we go out for a walk, just two of us, and talk. But of course it's a little bit different on winter and on summer, because in winter it's so dark all the time that the days are very short. So if it's dark already at 5, then you feel like the day has already gone, and that's something that really bugs me. It really drains me from my energy. But in the springtime and summertime, when the days are longer, then you feel that even 8 o'clock you can start new things, because it's still light, so it's still day. But with this kind of a system that we have created, we create systems to everything, we have managed to make the most of the weekend days. So in a nutshell, we start weekend at Friday when the work ends, or when we end our work days. We go straight from there to dinner, or to cafe, or to movies, or to something. Just do something fun, something that ends the week. And so in the Friday evening, we have already the weekend feeling. And then on Saturday, very limited amount of useful things. And then again, just the time to relax and feel comfortable and do nice things, do the things that we want to do. And especially on Sunday, we do the things that we want to do, but in slower pace. And of course, outside as much as it's possible. So those were my tips on weekend. What do you do on your weekends? How do you think about that you have to maximize the weekends? Because the worst weekend for me is the one that I start to cry on Sunday evening, because I don't understand where the weekend ends, and I feel even more tired than I was on Friday. And that's not how it's supposed to be. I thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.